Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Biomutant. In the last episode, we made it back to Out of Date, who told us that he had recognized us from many years ago, before we had wandered off beyond the Great Wall. We saw that we had met him as a child, and he taught us about the importance of the Tree of Life, and how we were going to acquire a creature called a nano in order to merge it with it to help it grow. We've forgotten about some of these things as we've placed various aspects of our youth out of our mind because it's probably too painful for us to remember. We then got through the rest of the toxinol refinery and witnessed a world eater destroy a village. We then had a choice to make. We have to join one of the tribes to help put an end to the stalemate in the ongoing tribe war, and we joined the Jagni. I think we had just done that, and now we're about to pick back up. So let's get back into the game from that point. Alright everyone, let's head on out of the Jagni fort and begin the tribe war. I believe we'll be taking on a myriad tribes outpost to start. I do like the look of the Jagni tribe. I think their outfits look really awesome. They remind me, with those masks, they remind me of the goblins from the Labyrinth movie, if you remember that. With David Bowie as the Goblin King. I'm pretty sure, like, two goblins right in the beginning, the first two you see, are wearing helmets that look almost exactly like them. Man, it's been a long time since I watched that movie. That's back when musicals were things they released out in the movie theaters. Anyway, let's talk about some other stuff. So, a heads up that the game has now been updated on GOG. You can download the most recent version of the game, and there's a patch which is supposed to bring the game up to date if you already had it installed, but the patch doesn't work. I can't get it to do anything to my game. It just hangs, and then it errors after about 30 minutes, saying that it couldn't do anything. So that sucks, because I'm a little worried about reinstalling the game. I guess I could reinstall the game from scratch to update the version of it, and the save file should probably be compatible with it. If it's not, I guess I would just have to replay about 2 hours, 3 hours worth of work. I'm willing to do that once for a playlist, as Doom 2016 has taught me. Alright, so I think when we had talked with the Sifu, we had seen shortly afterwards that the shops are now available here. I believe that merchants will have an image of a green leaf over the head, and I think this guy is one of the merchants. Yep. I don't know if I believe that, but your goods are still probably pretty good. I need a couple of things. Each vendor is specialized in a particular type of item: melee weapon parts, ranged weapon parts, gear parts, clothes, or mounts. Going to vendors and browsing their stock can be a great way to find better parts for your gear. If you're missing a specific part to craft a weapon, always check the nearest vendor. You can purchase items from the vendors provided you have enough green, currency in the form of a leaf. The price of an item is listed to the right of the item listing. Green is gathered from specific bushes or through selling items. You're able to sell items to a vendor by going to the Sell tab of the menu. You don't have to worry too much about this yet, though. You'll find items in green as you explore the world. Now, you don't really find much green from my limited experience finding it. It's available in certain very specific bushes, and I've only ever managed to get 250 per bush, and I only found 2 of them. So unless it respawns, you're going to get most of your green, from my limited experience, by selling stuff. Now that said, you have a tough choice to make when it comes to the gear that you get, because you can sell this stuff, or you can break it down for parts. Parts are how you'll be able to create better weapons and upgrade your gear. So I'll probably, more often than not, break down gear we don't want to use for its components rather than actually sell it. But we'll probably still sell a few things here or there. Anything that has the green arrow on it is something that I currently have equipped, by the way. So this is what we're currently wearing. We don't have anything extra. And we're using both of these weapons. We don't have any extra either. So we have nothing to sell, and we have no green, so we're not buying anything either. And health items are too useful for us to sell them at this point in the game. Now, it doesn't, but I get the feeling the game should have placed a icon here to show me that there is a merchant in this location. Here's the map legend, and you never get to see any of this unless you zoom in quite a bit, and even then, not every merchant seems to show up on the map. The NPCs as well can be talked to, anyone who's not a merchant. Well, some of them apparently. Let's see. Does this guy want to talk to me? I hate what the world has done to you. Have a good day. Well, thank you, sir. Let's see. Oh, okay. So, miscellaneous stuff. Miscellaneous stuff like this is basically purchased just to break it down for its components. I haven't found anyone who really will pay more money than what it for like glue bottles or bricks or toilet paper. But still, it's cheap, very cheap in the grand scheme of things, to purchase these and then break them down for a few parts, which would be otherwise a little more difficult to get. And here's everything he's selling, but as we already know, we have no green. So we can't buy any of this, not even the cheapest thing. And as with the other merchant, he doesn't show up on the mini-map. We don't have a map legend for him. I find it odd that the game actually showed us the merchants, or rather tells us the merchants are now available, because we don't have any way to really utilize them at this point. Anyway, so I guess let's just leave them here. We'll head on out and get this tribe war started. Yup. What else we can talk about, Tim? So I just started recording Mutant Road to Eden, Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden, since I was inspired to record another game that has mutants in it. And doesn't it just figure that I would have recording issues with that series right away, thankfully before I even uploaded it. So something occurred there that hasn't happened in a long time. I recorded an episode while I was muted. That sucks, because I really liked how the episode came out. I did really well with all the combat encounters in it. So, now I gotta fix that. It always takes... People probably think it's really easy to record a YouTube video and upload it to YouTube. And it is actually very easy to do exactly that. But to make sure that the video is watchable and entertaining, well, that takes a bit more work. I could do what I did in the past, whenever that would happen, and just say, yeah, there's no voice in this. But that's lazy, and no one wants that. Well, actually, some people probably do, but this Let's Play, or that Let's Play, is not going to be a silent Let's Play. There's supposed to be a lot of talking in it, so now I have to fix it. That's going to be another, probably close to 2 hours. But you viewers, you're worth it. You're worth all the trouble I go through for you. Because in return for hundreds of hours of my life, I get a few thumbs ups. Which is, that's the price we pay to get a few people to like our videos. This has the feeling of the Witcher 3 ruins to me. Now, what's actually interesting is that these ruins aren't like castles or anything of the sort. These are sewer systems, apartment complexes, shopping malls that we'll be exploring the ruins of. It's interesting because generally, when you explore ruins, you're thinking like ancient, forgotten civilizations, which actually is the case here. It just so happens that the civilization that's forgotten is our own. And we have a boss fight. Beware, that's a mump ahead. They are hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. So there's no way I'm getting close to that guy. That looks like that would be a gigantic mistake. Oh, oh God! It's even a mistake not to get close to him. Behold the power of guns. There's no ammunition you have to worry about in the game. It literally is the amount of times you can fire before you just have to wait a few seconds. And since we're playing the Deadeye, we have a quick reload perk, which just lets us almost instantly reload our pistol completely. Oh, looks like this big guy wasn't even guarding anything. Oh, I'm sorry, he himself didn't have any loot on him. Guess we wouldn't be able to put anything of good use on him anyway. It looks like he was defeating all comers to this location. The Myriad tribe and Jetty tribe are dead, are littering the ground around here. I suppose for pacing, this is a good place to put that guy. We just did have a bunch of talking with the Jagdi tribe. Alright everyone, hope you like flashbacks, because we're going to have a rather long one up ahead on that road when we reach that waypoint. Let's see if there's anything first in this ruins before we do so. So, as I play this game everyone, you're going to hear me criticize certain aspects of it, because although I'm much better at the combat now than I had been when I first played it, I still feel like this game is a bit unfinished. I think it needs a little more time in the oven, in particular for balance reasons. What you just saw me do with our pistol, there's almost no reason why I shouldn't do that for every single battle that I'm going to be in. It's safer, it's easier, you use less health kits. And it's extraordinarily useful against the big guys especially. They do a lot of damage with melee attacks. They can catch you out of the air if you're trying to do a combo or use some of your maneuvers on them with your melee weapons. It's safer to use your ranged weapons if you got them. But we'll mix it up a little bit, at least. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. According to our quest log, this was our childhood village. We were told that the Lupin destroyed our village and killed our parents. I have a feeling that we put that out of our mind, and now we were about to relive that event. We're going to mark every single crap sign that we come across. There's a different term for it. Road sign? Roadside sign? That we come across because we might fast travel, but if you watched any of my other Let's Plays, you know I just love walking from place to place. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-last past like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. I can't complain. That seems to be the attitude of everyone in this world so far. Swimming? I'm into Wung Fu. Teach me? As in now? Unswimming. You can swim in most waters, while in very deep water, you slowly lose Kai energy, and when you're out of Kai, you'll drown. Oh. So I've timed it, and we're able to swim for just about 12 seconds total before we run out of energy, given our current energy reserve of 300 something. At least I learned how to not swim. Swimming's not my thing. I'm not really made for the surf. Oh, I lost track of time. Yep, I'll see you there soon. Oh, but first, we're gonna meet every other person in the village, I have a hunch. Wish I could shake this bad feeling. Well, if you pick it up, I don't have to. Okay, so we learned how to dig around in the trash. I don't know why there's a tutorial for this. This is pretty much just run up to the glowing thing and hit the buttons that pops up to let you interact with it. You're the expert. I don't think those two being an expert and doing what's right they're not in conflict with each other. You can be an expert and do what's right. And often those things are the same thing. Well, the things you make are great. Crafting intro. Welcome to the crafting. Here you can modify existing weapons and armors, or if you're feeling creative, create entirely new weapons from scratch. With the right pieces, you can craft your own weapons. So the issue I have with this is that it tries its best to teach you how this works, and it does a decent job, but the tutorial didn't really teach me where I can go to do this sort of thing, which is everywhere, but I spent about 30 minutes on screen trying to understand crafting and adding add-ons and upgrading equipment, only to discover that some of that can only be done in certain places, while others will only be able to be done if you have the correct pieces to do this sort of thing. So, in any case, we need to first select for our weapon a base for our weapon. So, the type of weapon that we're going to go ahead and create. So I think we will create an edged weapon, and can I make a two-handed edge weapon? We can. So let's use this. Oh, and over there on the right, you can see like all the different stats. From the damage it does, the number of add-ons it supports, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and take this to start. And now we need to add a handle to it. So I think we'll add a little bit of armor pierce. What do you guys think? Let's add a little bit of armor pierce. We'll add a pipe wrench as the handle. I wanted something cutting edge. I always love puns. I'll ask Muma to teach me to use it. What he means by that is that our weapon is not one of those Wung Fu weapons. I'm sorry, Muma, the game won't let me get to you. The game won't let me get to you until I talk with every other person in the entire village first. I'm sorry I'm late, I was helping Gizmo.
Inadabsunka? Antoro.
Gone?
Andro?
Wow, she's very morbid if she's talking about the possibility of her death so early.
Anaro Lotaeri.
My path?
Kalino?
I don't really understand that type of sentiment. Be true to yourself. Does that mean be selfish if you're like, all right, I'm selfish. I might as well be selfish because that's the type of person I am. That seems a bit silly. That's not very helpful advice. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. I don't want any trouble. That makes him wonder why you're here looking for it. There's no way he'll let us pass. He wants to know who you think you are. I'd rather be a nobody than you. He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do, and that includes you. Alright, now it's time to use our 500 damage weapon. Woo! Woo! Man, these kids really fight for real. Woo! Oh, I don't have any. Oh, I do have points? I can't tell if I have points in my combat abilities or not. I think no matter what, you lose that fight. I've done it, I think, 3 times now, and when it comes to the button mash at the very end, I've not won it yet. But I might just be really bad. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? They're envious because I have you.
Bendrine senema. Kentsib. Masamal.
I'll catch them later.
Kanamunta.
No nonsense. Nothing annoys your enemies more than them being dead. If they're dead, they're annoyed they can't bother you anymore. Forgiving them, that's just an excuse to let them continue. Like, they'll take that so that they can keep bothering you. I just heard thunder outside, so we hopefully won't lose power in the middle of this because there's no saving during a flashback. Oh, wow. It's like the end of the world outside. Oh, it's our puppy. I feel useful. If you tell Muma. He better take my side. When Muma shows up, he better say that he wanted us to do this. What's not helping either is that, for this tutorial, is that while we're doing it, we don't actually see what we're picking up from these. Like, there's no parts that are going through our inventory. We're just doing this for story reasons, apparently. It's our home. It's your stuff. The things you've made are great. Muma's right. Have you seen the amount of piles of garbage you have lying around, Popsy? Alright, so now we'll learn about add-ons. They could have done this for the melee weapons also, because you can have add-ons for melee weapons. So we select a spot, and then we select a add-on, and it will do the things we see over there on the right. They can add different resistances to us. Some will add additional armor, some health or energy, and so on and so forth. And we can keep adding on, since we have all of this stuff. There we go. I like it anti-fashioned. Emu. Sure, I'll take it. Muma's gonna be right outside, really angry at me, Popsy. So you better tell her that you had me do this.
Puri kumbala muma.
Better late than never.
Beri? Boila kudo. Katya toputa.
No, that's because training dummies are stupid.
Asil natu.
Good counter on her part.
Kealdo male ganoro tono.
Thank you, Muma.
Ingavaldo. Kanamunt. Ingavaldo.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
Tukonda.
Oh, this is where we get our grasshopper. I think we have to actually catch it.
Ariaroche nui mumera.
I wonder what it does.
Kototuku.
Indeed.
Andro? Kototuku.
Oh. That's good if anything bad happens. Will it also record what happens to me?
Ritsentede. Ansonbara.
But what a day it's been.
Kototuku.
Rest, and you'll find the strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. You're not allowed to run here. Woo! That's just adding fuel to the flames. So something you might not have realized, everyone, is that in a previous video, we were told that our mother and father and her disciples made a raid against the Lapin clan. I suspect this is the only one left who survived our attack, my mom and pop's attack on that clan. Yumuma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming. No, let's run!
Andro?
There's nowhere to run this time. The time has come to stand and fight.
Amu.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those we're chosen to lead. Oh, she's chosen to lead. She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her. Yep, exactly. What history?
Amu.
She had a life before you were born, you know. Darker and less fun. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. So our bomb does indeed hurt him. Okay. I suspect, much like how we're going to be getting revenge for him killing our parents and destroying our town, this is probably exactly what he is doing. He's the hero of his story, and this is all about him killing her. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. We're coming, Muma. The surf goes where it wants to. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. But our Muma is swimming on her own. We don't have to do anything here. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you, and what you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Oh, before we move on, let's go ahead and tag this sign first. And I get the feeling we might have left something important back in our town. Oh, we already marked this, okay. But the game wants us to move on, so we will move on and start... Actually, let's get to the clearing, I suppose. I thought we were doing the tribe war. It feels like the camera is also placed up a little too high. Like it needs to be lower and a little more distant from our character. I think that if it was a little more distant, I think that would also be a lot more helpful in combat, as we might be able to see other people who are behind us or to our immediate sides. You can now craft melee weapons and modify your gear in the crafting menu. Yep, thank you. I don't know why you felt the need to tell me that right then and there, but I guess I'm grateful for it. I see Jagni up ahead. And I hear what sounds like another horrific creature. The tribe's caught a fluffy Hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. I knew it. They couldn't keep it down, the fluff Hulk's on the loose. Sorry, there will be no talking during the battles. I think I missed with every single one of those. I'm trying to do my crane combo, and it's just not working. We're getting interrupted. There we go. Nice. Good crane dance. Yeah, it was. We'll show no mercy. We're not gonna be weak and say, what if we're not strong enough? No doubt. No doubts. Alright, but before we go there, let's look. Doesn't look like there's any entrance to any of these buildings. So we'll assume there's no loot to be had around here then. And let's head down to a subway system, I think. Oh, we also leveled, so we should totally be leveling. So let's think. What do we have 1 point? I think we put this in Charisma last time, so I'm thinking we'll put this in Vitality this time. Oh, we also got another perk point. Oh, sorry, upgrade point. So it's 2 for Bird's Swirl. I don't really want to use unarmed. We will always be using a weapon of some sort. I really like the two-handed weapons, so I think we'll stick with them. At least for our melee choice. For our range, I have no loyalty. I'm willing to use any type of weapon. I think the rifle would make more sense if this character is supposed to be based after the Vagabond from Root. We have already all the basic melee, all the basic ranged, all these maneuvers unlocked. We can't unlock any Super Wung Fu moves yet. So for perks, let's see. Let's increase our loot chance by 10%. We might as well start improving our chance to get better loot and find more loot early on, as the equipment will go a long way to helping us out. And since we're not going to talk to another character for a while, let's put back on the narrator down here.
Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning.
Oh, Tim, that was bad. Not very professional. Come on. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. I'm trying to get some Doritos sneakily, but I forgot to mute the mic. Doesn't that disfigure? Alright, we're supposed to go that way. So before we do that, let's take a look around at what else is down here. I don't know why the designers of the game decided to really show off the health kits. Like, you just found a health kit that will heal you for like the least amount of health points ever. Look how awesome it looks. Like, okay, just add it to my inventory. I don't care what it is. We're taking all the health kits that we find, every one of them.
Emergency box from the old days when you needed to pack a punch to survive.
Oh, nice. We're gonna get this one for a 4-finger discount as well.
Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist.
You found the Clonk Fist! This powerful tool can be used to punch through walls. It can even be used as a weapon. It can be equipped from the gear menu. You found a new weapon! You can now unlock special attacks for this weapon. So I'm not really interested in using any other melee weapon than a two-handed weapon. So my plan is not to use this fist for anything else other than opening certain walls, which is what it's used for, which we'll see right up ahead. Now, I also wish they did this differently, because we have to actually manually select the fist and then use it here. I don't know why they just didn't do this in a similar fashion to, like, Deus Ex... the new Deus Ex series. What's it called now? Human Revolution. Where our character would just punch a hole through the wall without needing to equip the... Well, I guess in his case, that was naturally just a part of him. But... I don't know, this just seems overly time-consuming for little reason to me. And we have to do it 3 times to break through this wall. To switch weapons, go to the switch weapon thing. Alright, there we go. Oh, alright, there's some bioblobs up that way, and that's the only way we can go. So let's go ahead and kill us a few more of those...
Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it?
If we were traveling in Metro 2021, we probably would see some ghosts down here also. Oh, okay, we gotta... Hitting an enemy with a special attack fills one of the Super Wung Fu icons on the left of your character. When all icons are filled, you can activate the Super Wung Fu state. You need to use different special attacks to fill up the next... A different special attack to fill up the next icon. So we need to do 3 of them then. I'm just gonna move away from you guys, because you're a little too close to me. Excuse me! Stop hitting me, please. So one super awkward thing about using combos is that you don't really stagger the enemies when you're busy doing them. Like, this is something else that's really somewhat annoying me for combat. To go to the crafting tab to craft weapons and modify gear. They did a really poor job on the tutorials for this game. All right, so an issue I have here as well with the game is that you can sort your gear according to different stats. You can scrap the highlight piece of gear for crafting resources by pressing Y. Okay, so our weapon does 275 through 425 damage. You're ready to activate your Super Wung Fu. My issue here, with Super Wung Fu active, you'll perform different, more powerful attacks. Super Wung Fu is powerful, but will only be activated for a limited amount of time. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I almost never get to use this, because I usually get interrupted by the enemies. When I'm damaging the enemies, like, why are oh my god, game! I don't like that the numbers start so... It's probably really stupid for me to say this, and it is, but, like, why are the numbers starting in the hundreds? Why don't we just inflict, like, I don't know, 10 damage or so? I'm a professional. Yeah, click, 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 as I reload my pistol. Okay, that could have probably gone a lot better, but at least we didn't die. So, I'll take it. And we naturally regenerate life, by the way, as long as we're not in combat. So we should not need to use any healing items. And that is totally not the way we came from, so that's probably the way we're going to be going. Oh, or up there? Actually, no, we didn't... Wait. I don't remember where we came from. But also, we've been playing for an hour, so I think we probably should stop here, Tim. We came from that way. We came from that way. Okay, let's venture outside, and then we'll call it quits. We'll see if our narrator says anything else to us as well. Well, it looks like there was some sort of shop down here. I'm having such hard times thinking of even the most basic words to say. Did I even say that sentence right? I did I? I'm having a great deal of difficulty coming up with the correct words to say, apparently, today. Taco Twist Top. It's a hat. We're not wearing a hat, but I refuse to wear just any hat. It's gonna have to look cool for me to want to wear it. No. I think we'll just scrap this. I am not willing to allow our character to look like a clown or a hobo and just wear whatever he finds on the ground for better stats. We're not doing that. A shotgun part. I think we'll stick with our standard pistol at the moment. When I had played the game earlier, I got way past this part. Well, maybe not way past it, but I ended up creating a rifle, and it was amazing. And I would really like to get that again. So if we get a chance to create a rifle based on parts we find, or if I can even purchase one, I think we'll do that. And here's the Witcher 3 quest board. Yes, game, we saw it. Game really wanted to draw our attention to this.
That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it.
They threw away whole cities?
Well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with one place, you just build another. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried.
It's an interesting way to go about keeping your workers, I guess, close to where they work. Just build a small town or village next to wherever that is. I don't really see that as a waste, though, right? That cuts down...
This corner of the world is called Bricktown.
Open up the map to see the area objectives again. Alright, so if we do this, we can see on the left that there's one superb loot somewhere here and 3 old world gadgets. But we will find them in the next episode, everyone. We're going to stop here. So thank you guys for watching. And I will see you in the next one, where we'll explore Bricktown, and I think we'll probably get started with the Tribe War. So I'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone.